Hola, children. How y'all doing this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever? Okay, let's start with yesterday's news, Thursday's news, Wednesday's news. Is that Mr. Alcaraz, Mr. Carlos Alcaraz, moved and won Ferrero, his coach of 7 years, have parted ways. The parted ways, we heard about the 16th December, if I'm not mistaken, in the afternoon, my time. There's not really much. Carlito posted on Instagram with... I don't know if he's been... Yeah, but I think he's been part of all his 6 Grand Slams. This is his post. He wrote it in his native language. But he says, in part, this is the day, one of those when it's hard to find the right words. Saying goodbye is never easy, especially when there are so many shared experiences behind it. We have worked hard, grown together, and shared unbelievable moments. So that's the gist of what happened. So I enjoy a lot of players, when they part ways with coaches, they say nice things, right? So that's basically it. The coach said something. I don't know what the coach said. So he guided, he was a former player as well, Ferrero. Career to the past 7 years was brokered by Albert, an MIG agent who stumbled upon Alcaraz when he was 11 and signed him for sports agency. It's just so Ferrero was also an MIG client. The exceptions to the transactional dynamic. Rafael Nadal is the mostly high decorated champion. Whatever, who cares? So over the years, likes to train him for a bit. That's what's going to happen. So they both parted ways with each other. Not much happened after that because they just say good news. Apparently, so they split. So this is actually the statement. A 6-time champion decided to part ways before 2026. Has not given a reason for the split, but thank you for turning childhood dreams into realities. We started this journey when I was barely a kid. You were a kid, babes. Not barely a kid. You were a kid. You were 11 years old. You were not barely a kid. You were a kid. What kind of this? I started this journey throughout all this time. Have accompanied me in incredible journey. I've enjoyed every step. Okay, that is Alcaraz there. I don't know what to think or what to say, but then they list all the accomplishments. And then I wish I could have continued, said the coach. Ferrero, who wants to describe Alcaraz as his 4th child. I am convinced that good memories and good people always find a way to cross paths again. So it doesn't really say, and they don't really say, both of them, why they decided to split and go their separate ways. But the former coach now has said he could have continued. So it's not his decision to leave the squad. So he was told to get out. Get out right now. It's just you and me. So he was back off. I'm kidding. I don't know. But the timing of the split is curious. I think I believe there's something that happened behind the scenes. If I'm being honest, we don't know as to why. Because the season ended 2 months ago now. September, what is December? Whatever. But they were playing. He was playing some friendlies this past 2 weeks, the previous 2 weeks. So, but is it curious? I'm not sure because it is the end of the season, and the season technically ended in September, October. So, but the matter is they're announcing it now in December when the season's about to start in 3 weeks time now in January. Tells you something. Something happened today. Okay, something that is telling me that happened because Alcaraz had a great season. He even said he's one of his best seasons this year. So I don't think it's more so about the performance of both the player and the coach or the coaches combined. I think there's some there's more to the story. There's more to the story as to why. Then we go to the other one. There's another one that says maybe about the coach. The insider is saying maybe Ferrero wanted more money, and the father of the player was like because he earned significantly more during the season, Mr. Alcaraz, by winning some finals and titles and going to a lot of the finals that he was playing in a lot of the tournaments. So he earned more, and he felt like because of his successes and before I need more cash. So so the insider Craig claims that he was told by one had been asking for a raise for quite some time, and the dad had enough and decided to end things between them. Jeez. Yeah. So an answer to pressure wasn't on everybody's bingo card. Yeah. So. Well, Yannick Sinner also had to also. There was a potential of him also splitting with one of his coaches as well, but he decided to stay for one more year because he believes that he can win all 4 Grand Slams next year. We'll see. I'd say 3, not 4, but we'll see. So Cahill. So he decided to stay another year. So we'll see what happens there. So they flipped. Okay, being Ferrero was asking for big money, repeatedly trying to sweeten his deal. And Vamos dad, the Vamos dad put his foot down in the conversation and in the relationship. So yeah, apparently that's why he wanted more money. And Ferrero did indicate, I wish I would have stayed longer. So definitely he was fired or he was let go, not because he decided to leave, but he was let go. But so it is what it is, I guess. So we have an incredible team despite the difficulties. I'm sure we will continue to achieve great things. I wish I could have continued. Yeah. So yeah, my decision makings about this is that let's see if he's going to he's going to fill up the seat as of now, continuing to next year, might be meaning before the season begins next year, or they're going to wait it out until next year. Then they decide to fill the seat. I'm not sure about his coaching dynamic. I know Yannick Sinner's coaching dynamic, whereas he has 2 coaches and then a physiotherapist and I forgot the other one. So he has 4 people in his team, but he only has 2 coaches due to the fact he sometimes will like to rotate the coaches. One can go away for 2 weeks for 1 or 2 tournaments and then rest and stuff like that. So that's what he said. So I'm not sure about Carlos's setup as well. Is it the same where he has 2 coaches, a physiotherapist, or all of them are coaches, or he has one central coach and then the other people that help with physiotherapist, diet, and whatever. So I'm not sure how is that going to work. So we'll see in the coming days and weeks if he's going to already have another coach replacement in mind already, or they're going to seek one now leading to next year's 2026, because he wants to win the Australian Open. No, he's not. So we'll see. I'll be looking at that. With who is he going to pick next? Other people was like, maybe it's Nadal's chance. No, Nadal just retired. Now it's been a year now since he's retired. Now he's starting to get back to tennis a little bit as for fun, and he is enjoying being part of his academic academy with teaching and studying tennis at a young age and whatever. So I don't think he has his sights on coaching now at the moment. I don't know him personally, but that's how I view it. I view it as someone who technically doesn't want to coach. You know what I'm saying? Why should you? Why? I just left tennis now. He know Andy Murray. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, there's not much to say, but it does indicate that he was definitely let go. So yeah, so he believes that such disagreements were the reason for the split. You could tell from those messages they were not perfectly aligned. We are not throwing mud here, but it doesn't sound like they were completely on the same page. What I'm hearing while informed sources is that there was a bit of friction about how much to take advantage of the commercial opportunities. Yes. Ferrero, who runs very tight ship, is very focused on the tennis. Certainly, this is not the first instance of an agent or a family and a coach having a bit of a disagreement over how much energy and focus to pour into training versus commercial opportunities. Ooh, now another one where it's just take some time off, like an off season, on season, off season. That's where I felt like, granted, I don't like him, but that's why I feel like what's his name? Nick Kyrgios did say a few months ago, Guti, he believes that Yannick Sinner will surpass Alcaraz in terms of Grand Slams and opportunity and titles and stuff, because he's more focused compared to Alcaraz, where Alcaraz has a lot of other things involved. Like he just loves to have a good time, and he has other prospects. Because when he won, I'm not sure if he won the Italian Open or when he won Cincinnati, I don't know which one of the 1005 and not the Grand Slams, he left for almost 2 weeks to do other things, not go back to tennis. So that's why some of us have this thing. You can and have the ability to play a tournament or two back to back and then take a week or 2 weeks off if you can, like, because Carlos did that this year during one of the titles that he has won. He left for a week and a half, 2 weeks to go do other things. So maybe that's also part of their disagreement, or also with money as well, due to the opportunities. But he felt like he's focusing on tennis, granted, but he's not putting every ounce of it there because there's other opportunities to do other things, earn more money, and have fun also at the same time. So yeah, from this, I do understand why Nick Kyrgios was like, I feel like he, being Yannick, can have more success in tennis due to Alcaraz because of the girls and opportunities, things outside of tennis. So at first I was like, okay, but now with this, yeah, I think maybe. But he does love tennis, Alcaraz, and he is a consistent player, but anyway, yeah, so that is the Alcaraz situation and story, honestly, about the coach. But we'll see as time goes to who is he going to replace Ferrero with and when. Stay tuned. A lot of people say like he might go with a Djokovic coach. A lot of coaches do, like, please don't pick Patrick. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's it. And then the next gen, but I just wanted to comment on this story. Actually, I didn't care for the next gen, but the next gen tournament is ongoing. It started on Wednesday. Leonard Tien won yesterday. He lost one match and he won one. I think Mensik is not here anymore. I think he withdrew. Yeah, so these are the matches today. I feel like, yeah, I think so. I think like he withdrew or something like that. I'm not sure because Mensik, was it Mensik? Yeah, I think he withdrew. So yeah, so we'll see next year what is going to happen with that one. Anyway, so that is the tennis news right there. Tennis news right there. Alcaraz. I can look for more, but nah. But yeah, I just wanted to. Oh yeah, wait. One more thing. The ATP announces new rules over extreme heat. Like we all know, we've always wanted this for a long time. Like Shanghai Masters, where he asked the doctor, what are we gonna do about the heat thing? Cincinnati with the Alcaraz, with a lot of players during that stint of that tour in the Asia, like China, Shanghai, like all those places, and America during the summer season. about the heat, the cramps. A lot of players actually retired or withdrew or didn't play due to that in other circumstances. But yeah, ATP will introduce an extreme heat rule from 2026, which will allow players on men's tour to take 10-minute cooling breaks during best of 3 single sets. What about the women? Because the women also play in those conditions now, do we not? The rule is similar to the measures the WTA, which governs women's professional tennis, brought in more than 30. Okay, thank you. At the Shanghai Open in October, temperatures were 34 degrees Celsius, 34, and humidity 80%. After 50, world number 15, not anymore. We needed medical treatment during the third round. Then as usual, do you want a player to die on court? So in that statement, ATP said the policy was strengthening protections for players competing in extreme conditions. So yeah. So if the WTA reaches 30.1 Celsius or higher during the first 2 sets, best of 3 match, either player can request a break of 10 minutes to cool off. So with that 10 minutes, do they then go back to another 3 minutes of warm-ups? Under the supervision of ATP medical staff, players can hydrate, change clothes, shower, and receive coaching. Play will be suspended if it reaches 32.2 Celsius. Okay. This new heat rule provides a structured medical supported approach to managing extreme heat with the objective of safeguarding player health while also improving conditions for spectators, officials, ball persons, and tournament staff. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. Had to retire, and then they go to the whole history during that tour. Shanghai tour, Wuhan Open, Cincinnati, and a few others that had extreme heat. So yeah, they go through all that, the history and what led up to it. So we'll see about that. Yeah. So with that 10 minutes and showering and all those things, do they come back and warm up for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes or what? I want to know that one. So yeah, that is tennis for your people. Tennis news that I wanted to talk about. Tennis talk, yes. Honorable mentions is that there's cricket ongoing right now. We have the third test of the Ashes, if I'm not mistaken. New Zealand versus West Indies. South Africa match on Wednesday was not play. They didn't play due to fog in India, so they're playing today. The women won the second ODI against Ireland. There's a lot of controversy in the Ashes test in the third test right now due to the snooker renewal. The moments where the ball was ruled out, then it wasn't. There was this one incident yesterday that I saw that was like, but I don't feel like he nicked that. I think the spike comes from somewhere else, but that was ruled out. It was like Ben Stokes was very much irritated with that. So we'll see what it pans out after the whole match is done and what they're gonna do with the sneakers situation. So yeah, I can't really talk much about those matches due to the fact that they play relatively early and I'm sleeping, so I don't want to give you a non-passionate response to cricket because I'm not watching them anymore. But I did see that moment. I was like, okay, I get what y'all are saying about complaining about it. So are they going to do a whitewash Australia over England? It seems like it because they're playing not so terrible cricket, but it's apart cricket at the moment. So hopefully South Africa will draw the series instead of lose it. So they have that option. They can draw or lose it. It's up to them. Anyway, those are my honorable sports mentions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day and bye.